Non-essential.
I'm Joey Gens, and I'm non-essential.
I'm non-essential.
And I am non-essential.
I'm not essential.
Out for a sunset walk here at the undisclosed location in the Willamette River Valley near the Snake River, where it intersects with the Amazon, somewhere in the Buckeye. Just thinking about myself and all those other folks out there that have been classified as non-essential. I know there's a lot of people out there getting a lot of accolades and duly deserved for doing their job and going to work, working in hospitals and medical facilities, driving trucks. But in addition to those folks, if you're at home and don't have a job, or you're working somewhere on limited hours like we are, because we are deemed non-essential, I guess I don't want to get political, but I do find that kind of offensive, because I think all jobs and all people are essential, especially if you need to pay for your house, your vehicle, your mortgage, put food on the table, dog food in the cupboard. So Cari Bou Dave, just wanting to share my thoughts with you, and part of the reason I thought of the video, but I did talk to a longtime camper today that had to cancel a lot of reservations because their business was non-essential and now they're non-income, and they can't afford to come camping this summer. So we did manage to get them one weekend, and so at least they get a break. But you know, everybody's got to be going stir crazy. I can't imagine being trapped in an apartment. Everybody on the phone can't wait to get out, come see us, and we can't wait to see them at a safe distance. But back to Cari Bou Dave Adventures. Special guest today, following the Fitches. Now that we know we're going to have our meetup on the Mohican, they came down to help us out with some things. But my new video is called Unessential. The campgrounds are unessential. There's a lot of stores and businesses are unessential, and we're thinking about going forward what you're going to run into going to campgrounds all around the country, because I've read the new guidelines put out by the Campground Association, and I know the new standards are going to be 30 feet apart for the campers, and this is the Camping Association, so you may run into a campground with smaller sites and not be as close to folks you're expecting. They're expecting that you're going to maintain social distancing, expect that pools, possibly the bathhouses, bathrooms, and all your public areas, playgrounds are going to be closed, and then they'll move on and start slowly opening those up, hopefully soon in the summer. You are outside. You are exposed to UV radiation, so the little critters are supposed to get deactivated really easily by that. I know that when you go to a campground, it's really important that you maintain your distancing rules, because believe me, the stress level and the owners and the staff of the campgrounds that are still able to work while we're shut down is really high. And one of the things we're stressed out about is our campers congregating too close in groups, so that we're going to get in trouble and then we'll be forced to make everybody leave. And so just be aware of that. I know we've been climbing the walls. I've been talking to these guys via text just to get out and do some stuff. And once you get out, just remember, try to be as cognizant as possible, and that is a 25-cent word here on Cari Bou Dave Adventures. So just be cognizant of and respectful of all the campgrounds you're going to, and hopefully we'll be able to slowly evolve back into the old way that it was soon. All right, coming everybody live from the kitchen in Lantern 1. Oh, we got the Omnia stovetop up under here, and I've got chicken thighs tonight. So I've used this before. This thing will bake anything in an oven well. Obviously it's round, so there are some limitations with the silicone liner in there. I'm gonna cook these for about an hour on a fairly low heat actually, but I've done it once before. Fairly low heat. But these have been about an hour on super low temperature after the initial cook on some chicken thighs in the Omnia oven. It does a pretty good job, and you really need this silicone liner. It makes a world of difference. But I do notice the silicone absorbs the chicken smell at least. I don't know if it tastes any weird, but I've cooked some other stuff and it doesn't seem to cross-pollinate. But yeah, chicken on the oven, good solution. And so if something like this happens again, what would you do to be prepared to like shelter in place if you actually got stuck somewhere for a week or two?
So I would just make sure that we have extra supplies, enough to where if we needed to get stuck and stay somewhere for longer than expected, right, we would have enough supplies to do that.
And if you're traveling in some of the remote areas, just remember when the campgrounds open up, you're going to be going into stores where they probably in counties that may have not had any viral incidences, so they might be a little bit leery of people coming in from out of town. So please, wear a mask, do all that kind of stuff. If you're going to go and buy two cans of baked beans, or you need one for the meal, grab an extra one. That way you've got it in the back, or put it under in storage. Extra TP, extra paper towels, anything that you're worried about. I know meat's going to be an issue. Been buying some canned meats for myself. Have you guys been doing that at home, or what do you guys do?
Andrew does all of our grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And I just carried the stuff into the house, so it's easy for me.
But our biggest thing, we have the dogs, so we keep extra bottled water around for them, and we usually bought dog food as we need it, but now we've been keeping an extra bag at home just in case.
Initially we get
Yeah,
our dog food.
I bought extra dog food.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
get
think
it
it'd be
from
an
Chewy.
issue, and then all of a sudden it was. And
You can find it, paper towels and toilet paper, stuff it somewhere in your camper, put it under the bed, put it in something waterproof, save it for a rainy day, or as Dr. Brown would say, when times get tough. You don't want it to get rough, you know what I'm saying?
Dr. Brown.
Especially with
Words of
that
wisdom.
rock.
Where's the wisdom?
having to downgrade to the corn cob.
But the rock is pretty good.
The rock is
Yeah,
good.
it lasts for a long
Yeah,
time.
and you can get various textures of rocks.
Just anything on Amazon's taking longer than
Oh, I
normal.
know.
So-
And Amazon. If you're looking for RV parts, most of the campgrounds will receive packages for you. It's like being on the trail hiking, having a supply box sent.
But I just noticed anything on Amazon specifically, it was even 2-day Prime, you're paying for that, but it's not getting delivered sometimes in 2 days or shipped in the amount of time.
We've
to
had
get in
stuff
2
where
days.
it's going to be coming next week and shows up like the next day, and then something that's supposed to be in 3 days shows up a week later.
Yeah, we looked at, when this, back probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were looking at buying a couple things that we didn't necessarily need. It wasn't camper related, but it said the estimated ship time was like May 13th, and this is 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And that's Amazon Prime, quote unquote. So the shipping time is the actual delay.
Yeah, and the
of
stuff
getting
that
it out the door.
I've told them, stuff I was buying, we were talking about shoes and hiking and stuff, and I picked up a couple extra pairs of shoes because all that stuff's made in China. Anything that's coming made in China, especially RV parts, yeah, if you have a project you're planning on working on, I'd go after it sooner than later. I think the big impact from all this is going to be sometime later in the summer, and it's not like campgrounds. I honestly think we'll do really well because everybody's looking to get out, and it's relatively affordable for most folks still. I think what's going to happen is that you're going to see all these small businesses aren't going to, even with the distancing requirements, half the capacity in a restaurant. How are they going to stay above water and not serve as many meals or whatever they call that when they process those through?
Yeah.
So I'd be careful. Just think about what, if you're on the road, the services may not be available just because these small towns may lose their businesses, and the big box stores are still going to be short on supplies. What worry me is more about down the road, right, and the economy and, gas prices. I think groceries are going to go up. I know they already have, and that kind of thing. Cari Bou Dave, thanks for watching. Subscribe to these guys. Subscribe to me.
Yeah,
It's my
subscribe to
channel.
Dave
No, subscribe
if
to
you're not
him.
already. Click the bell. Get us
Ding.
notifications.
I don't even do that anymore. I gave up on that whole thing. Cari Bou Dave, the adventure dog. Remember, do what you can, where you are, with what you got, and hold what you got as long as you can. Thinking of you and all my friends out there, subscribers, and those just watching the channel. Hope you do subscribe. Cari Bou Dave. Thanks for watching.